big as my head. That's saying something. Fairy cakes. Keep the jokes to yourself. Cupcakes. That's what's on the crack mug today. Welcome back. These little guys are simple to make. They're wonderful to make with children. It's hard to mess up on these. So do engage them if you have little toddlers running around. The ones today I'm making have a little lemon drizzle in them. So they're going to be lemon focused. But you can change these up very easily. And we'll go over some options at the end of this video of what you can do and throughout the video as well. So come on, let's get in that kitchen and make some fairy cakes. 130 grams of unsalted butter, softened, 130 grams of sugar, 130 grams of self-raising flour, 2 eggs, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Here I have 1 loosely packed teaspoon of zest of lemon. And here I have 4 tablespoons, quarter cup of milk. Any milk you have will do, lard, full fat. Here I'm using buttermilk because that's what I have. Cream the butter for just a minute. Add your sugar and your lemon zest. Continue mixing for 2 minutes. Clean down the sides of your bowl. Make sure everything is nicely combined. Clean your bowl, and that's well combined. Add the vanilla to your eggs. Whisk lightly. Add your eggs to your butter mixture. Low speed, beat them in. Clean your bowl again. Gradually sift in half your flour. Now we're just going to fold that in gently. We're going to add our milk. We're going to mix this in well. And then just add the last of our flour, and let's just fold that in. Gently cleaning the sides as you go. I don't see any pockets of flour, so I think we're good to go. This is a small batch. So the recipe said to make 12, but they're very small, and I want a higher little cupcake. So I'm going to start with a rounded tablespoon in each cup. Plus, it helps them sit down in the pan. Feel free to make a mess. I do. So we're going to make 9. There we go. I'm going to pop these into the preheated oven right now at the temperature on your screen. And I'm going to reduce the heat. Just going to check these bad boys. They smell and look lovely. They have been in there for 23 minutes. And the skewer into the center comes out clean. Perfect. And as you see, and we did get a nice dome on these, which is what I wanted. Let them cool here for about 5 minutes. Then we'll pop them out and put them on the cooling rack to cool completely. For the lemon drizzle or glaze, takes a minute just to put it together. This is 70 grams, half a cup of powdered sugar. And here I have actually 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. I'm probably only going to use about 2 tablespoons of it all together. I'll add maybe a tablespoon and begin to mix it. Now, depending on how thick or thin you want this, we'll use more or less lemon juice. So we'll go ahead and add another tablespoon. It smells good. This is perfect for drizzling over a cake. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. So I wanted a tiny bit thinner for my fairy cakes. I'm just going to a little bit more because I sort of wanted to soak into it. That's nice and thin. Yes, I'm happy with that. For the stabilized whipped cream, we are going to add into our mixer bowl. You can use a handheld mixer for this as well. It's not a problem. Here I have 2 ounces, which is about 57 grams of softened cream cheese. Half a cup, 100 grams of sugar. Just going to mix the 2 of these together for about a minute. That is nice and soft and blended together. Here I have 2 cups, 473 milliliters of heavy cream. Going to add that all at once. Now, medium speed for about 3 minutes until it forms peaks. It's beginning to thicken, and that's only been a minute. I am going to scrape the sides of the bowl. I want to make sure everything is incorporated properly and that there's no cheese stuck to the bottom of the bowl. All right, let's keep going until we see some peaks. Up to medium-high speed. We are pretty much there. So now I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla and a pinch of salt. That much. Clean the bowl, back on for a few seconds just to incorporate these. I can tell by all the cream in there how this is. So this is definitely holding its shape. Not a problem. I'm sure we'll get a nice peak. Absolutely behaving. This is what we want. We don't want to over whip it. We want to be able to put this on something. We also want to be able to pipe it if we want to. All right, let's assemble our fairy cakes. Our little cupcakes smell delicious. So we have this lovely dough. I'm going to cut it just above the edge of the paper so I get a nice disc off the top. There, perfect. I'm going to cut our disc in half. So let that sit there. And our sponge here is very moist and lovely. So I'm going to put a little drizzle of our lemon glaze on that. To give that a mix up if it's been sitting around. Just dribble it around the top. It will soak in because I made it a little thinner. If yours does not matter, just wipe the top of that. So it adds a nice little tang to this cupcake. There. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of our drizzle on a pastry brush and just brush the top of this very lightly. Your cap. There. As you see, it has a little sheen to it. That's enough. Continue on with the rest of your cupcakes while we miraculously turn them into fairy cakes. This is the one we started with. As you see, the little drizzle has soaked in there, which is excellent. For your stabilized whipped cream, you can simply put a lovely dab of it on top, just like that. You don't need to pipe it. I will because I'll make less of a mess. On our whipped cream, we'll place back the top, but at an angle, so that we get these two wings spreading out from the top of it, hence the butterfly. We'll add a little more to that in just a moment. All right, time to place the wings on these beauties. Just going to add a little cream, more cream to these bad boys, just there towards the center. They are great to add sprinkles to. Also, if you have some little gold dust, silver, whatever you have, it will stick beautifully to the wings. And since these are lemon, I'm going to add just a few lemon star sprinkles on top of these as well, just because I can. I had recently made pavlova and I had some leftover egg white, so I made little meringue cookies. So I'm just going to crush that and sprinkle that on top as well of these two. So it's entirely up to you how you want to decorate them, but I promise you they'll go down a treat. And of course, some powdered sugar to finish these off. All right, these babies are dressed, ready for eating. Now I can't wait to stuff one of these in my face. My favorite time. All right, I want to dig into this right away. It is so cute. I mean, look at them. I want to stick my face into that. But I won't, and I won't put the whole thing in my mouth either. Look at that. It's delicious. I'll put a quarter in, how about that? Lemon is up front. It's not overpowering in the cupcake itself. You can taste a tiny bit of the tartness from the drizzle we put on. And the whipped cream keeps it really quite refreshing. And it's not too sweet at all. I think it's absolutely delicious. I could eat a couple of these, no problem, with a cup of tea. So these are fairy cakes. The idea was to make the wings, and as kids, we knew them just as such. Often we call these particular cupcakes, uniced and not all dressed up the way they are now, simply as buns, literally B-U-N-S. And we'd love a bun as a kid. But I think if you make these and you involve your children or make them for your children, it'll be a success. There's no way they cannot like this. Look how beautiful they are. Pretty, festive, great for a party, great for a weekend. Nice project to do with the kids. I know I keep telling you to involve the kids. Maybe something you want to do for yourself for your alone time. So You can omit the lemon and keep it very vanilla, entirely up to you. You can add another flavoring if you want to. That's fine too. You can also add a little flavoring to the whipped cream other than vanilla. You could put lemon there or orange, whatever your heart's desire. These are very adaptable once you stick to the basic recipe. For the stabilized whipped cream, I made double the amount, so you can half that recipe. I made it because I'm going to use it in chocolate dipped eclairs in the next day or so. That whipped cream is good in the fridge for about 3 days, no problem. You can also freeze it, it'll last for months. To thaw it out, just put it in the refrigerator overnight. So it's such a great thing to have on hand, pre-made. All right, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye.